So today is Pilgrim Day, and we've got a lot of homeschooling children coming over, and we're going to be showing you what we're doing. Hope you all enjoy.
It's like almost like, what's it called? Badminton. Almost like badminton. It's very similar. It's a very similar concept. So you guys get the ball, and the other person.
So we talked a little bit about this book about Priscilla Mullins and the passengers aboard the Mayflower and their journey. And I was personifying Priscilla today. So for us, it's a lot more than just lecturing to the children about history, but it's actually getting them doing things hands-on that they can experience for themselves.
Why are you going silent? This is entertaining to watch.
Hello, and welcome to the New World. So this is for our History Day, and we demonstrated copper plate calligraphy with the kids, and we went through what it would have looked like back in the day, the scripts they would have used, and we talked a little bit about quill feather pens. We cheated a little with these that have metal nibs on the end, but we talked about the quill feathers, and then we had kids do their initials and dipped it in ink, sort of like just like this. Want to know calligraphy, just kind of up, down, down, down.
Beautiful. And there's an H.
And there's an H.
What did you do, Miriam?
I demonstrated our maps. So we focused on the Pilgrims' journey, which was in 1620, but we explained about the different journeys that would have been taken before their time by Christopher Columbus. He had 4 voyages to the New World, but as you can see from the map, he hit the Caribbean islands, so they had to go north for the Jamestown settlement, and they had to map out better routes and get an idea that our world is round, not flat. And then we talked a little bit about how the Mayflower was built and was a ship that looks large from the picture, but comparatively was very small, and the people were very crowded. But the captain would have had a privilege in having his own private room.
Wonderful. And then the children did crafts, coloring pages, paper weaving, lots of fun. We talked about the Native Americans showing them how to do basket weaving when they reached America. Everyone made shell necklaces out of pretty shells. We talked about gathering shells from the seashore. There's not much left of our food, but we had squash, of course, and cornbread. That was a special corn dish. Here's our book table. We have a lot of good books about the Pilgrims, the Puritans, Jamestown, Virginia, the First Thanksgiving, New England, homes and places. And then up here we have our books of faith, William Bradford, The Light and the Glory, of course our Westminster Confession of Faith and Catechism, Jonathan Edwards, The Valley of Vision. So this whole thing kind of got started in 2022 when I decided that we needed to do more living history days with local homeschooling children. So my sisters and I started putting together pioneer days where we would have the children do crafts and chores and things that would have been period correct that time period, and kind of just experience the whole living history idea. And while this whole thing might have originally been my idea, Miriam and Hope, my 2 sisters, have really thrown in their own ideas, and I'm just so grateful for their support in this and their ideas and their willingness to pull it all off and help me put all of this together.
So for the kids, we did this little demonstration, sort of a slip and slide, but we were trying to demonstrate the rowboats coming back from the Mayflower and sort of different things about ship life. So this was kind of our little bit of a like water play, I guess. So we had our rainstorm, we had our flag, And we pulled them through the track to the new land.
That's exciting. We had a great day.
So this one was Pilgrim Day, which was from like mid-1600s to about mid-1700s. And we discussed the colonies and the journey to the New World, America. So stay tuned as we do more discovering the chores and crafts of the early Americans, and then also journeying through the Revolutionary War and westward expansion and pioneer time periods. So stay tuned as we do more of these events. Thanks.